Welcome to the episode of the Black Ball Sports Podcast. This is back in the building. I'll be parking in about a couple minutes, but nevertheless, what's good, man?
Chilling, bro. Chilling, bro. Everything's good, man. Everything's cool over here on the sports front. Got some news coming out of the NFL the last few days, man. Some things to talk about. Very excited to do
Yeah,
that, man.
yeah,
So let's get to it, man. I'm sure you got the news. Let's talk about this real quick while it's kind of fresh on my brain. It's kind of fresh out there. Saquon Barkley extended 2 years, I believe, a 40-something million dollars, something like that, making him the highest paid running back, I believe, in NFL history, man. Your thoughts? Smart, stupid. I'm sure you think it's real smart, but what's your thoughts on it?
yeah. I mean, it's just rewarding the player for a historic season. I mean, the Eagles, kind of tend to do that. You know what I mean? And then it makes sense. I mean, you figure what he. I think he signed a 3-year deal, and usually that's only a 2-year deal. So this would have been his last year with the Eagles. So
Right.
they obviously feel like he has at least another good 2 years, in the tank. And it's like you kind of got to do it for the way he played. Nobody expected him to play like that this year. Let's be real.
Nah,
I didn't expect
no.
that shit. I thought he was
Hell no.
borderline washed. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
From seeing him in you know New York, but then on that first game with the Packers, I said, "Holy shit." I said, "Holy shit!" Like, I mean, I'll be honest with not because he's on my team, but the dude is one of the most explosive running backs I've ever seen play the game.
You ain't lying.
Ever play the game, and I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, god damn,
You're not lying.
you know. So it's good. I think it's a good thing, and it clears up some space, hopefully, to get some other things happening. So well deserved, and a lot of things people forgot or don't really mention is he is a golden leader, bro. Saquon Barkley. Like, I never knew this. That dude is a leader and a team player. So shout out to him.
Kind of shows you how terrible the Giants organization really is for letting a dude like that who gave his life to that damn organization, was getting hurt, was playing through injuries, playing through a shit product on the field, and still wanted to re-sign with him. And they let dude go ahead and could have easily broke the NFL rushing record, won the Super Bowl, could have easily won MVP, basically shined on the entire league, and right up under their damn nose. And like you, I didn't think Saquon was washed necessarily, because if I thought he was washed, I wouldn't have minded him going to Philly, and I damn sure had a problem with that. So I obviously didn't think he was washed, but I thought he lost a step. You know what I mean? When
Yeah,
you talk about all the injuries that he had, the lower extremity injuries that he was dealing with, what we seen with the Giants, yeah, you thought it was like you thought he lost a step, but then when you get behind an offensive line like y'all did, and y'all catered to him the way you did, and you had weapons on the outside the way y'all, man, it was just a match made in heaven. And I honestly don't think he would have done it anywhere else. If he would have went to Houston, I think he would have proven himself. He would have had a good year, because Saquon
yeah,
is still
yeah.
obviously like that, but it wouldn't have been like that at Philly. So I applaud Howie Roseman for rewarding his players. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think it's a smart move. If you guys could keep that offensive line intact, and I don't see why you can't, to have him run behind that shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't think you change up much. I mean, as long as it's working, it almost takes you back to little league football. What do people do? They just run the rock,
Pound the rock.
just pound the rock like until somebody stop it. You ain't got to
Mhm.
really pass like that. You can just run the ball.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And if we have to, we showing that we can, do other things with the ball too.
Yeah. No, you definitely have. That offensive
Yeah.
line is the catalyst. Y'all can pass, run, do whatever y'all need to do. Y'all got weapons. Y'all gonna be around for a long time. Somebody y'all lost yesterday. And I want to bring this up because for some reason or another, I think every insider or anybody who has a Twitter page that thinks they got a voice, they're attaching Darius Slay, Big Pay Slay, to Washington, which I don't understand why. Any free agent that comes out there, oh, he's a favorite to go to Washington, he's a favorite this, there, that, whatever. But what's your initial thoughts about Darius Slay leaving? I think everybody kind of seen that was a foregone conclusion. And what's your
Yeah.
thoughts about him potentially going to Washington? And I'll give my thoughts after I hear what you have to say.
I mean, first of all, we kind of already knew. He knew. This was going to happen. Now, whether he signs back with us at a lower deal, that's a possibility too.
Yeah,
I see that definitely probably happening because he still got something in the tank,
I think he do
as
too.
you've seen.
He do.
You know what I mean? But I'm honestly, I mean, I wouldn't be scared of him going to Washington because I know you can't cover our receivers. Honestly, I mean, let's just keep it real. You know what I mean? He was good in the system that he was in and whatnot, and he's a smart player, but he knows them just like they know him.
Hmm.
And he could stay in the hip pocket and all that, but it is what it is. So I'm not worried about that. I just feel like it was going to happen. And Bradbury got released too. We knew that
Yeah,
was going to
yeah,
happen. So he served his purpose with us.
yeah.
He went to two Super Bowls. He won a Super Bowl. What more do you want? Now I do want to see him retire an Eagle, and I really think that's going to happen. I don't see him going to Washington unless y'all throw a crazy bag, which I don't think nobody gonna throw a crazy bag at a 34-year-old cornerback.
Yeah, I don't as much as I like Darius Slay and I like him a lot, I think he's a great locker room person. He's a great person for the team. He's a leader, a vet, smart, obviously an all pro, talented. I don't want to see it for our team. Especially, I mean, if you got Darius Slay and then you got Marshawn, we talking about moving Marshawn to the other side so we can get somebody young with fresh legs to cover ones. We gonna put Darius Slay in and have both these motherfuckers out here covering and getting. And I'm not saying
Yeah,
getting blown by, but the
right.
chances are heavier than they are of him locking somebody down at this point. That don't mean he's washed. I just think that at the tail end of his career, he needs to find a place in the system that caters to his talents and doesn't make him the focal point of a
Yep.
secondary. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And if we were to bring him in, it would be the focal point of secondary. And I just don't think that's where he's at. I don't think we're going to throw out a boatload of money. I also just think it's fucking silly
Yeah.
that everybody just attaches any free agent out there to Washington. I think it's weird. This ain't the Snyder era. Not everybody, he's not going to just open his pocketbook to any old fucking body and give it to him. But
But
speaking
that's what
about
they do with
Washington,
us, though. That they do. Everybody who's on the market.
ain't that crazy?
Yeah, it's like it's dumb. I think it's more the betting thing. Like he has the odds of going here, the odds of going. These motherfuckers are so money hungry for betting and shit.
Bro,
God damn.
that's all. They want to put an odd behind anything and have you bet on it, though. That's a fact. They got odds on where players are going. Like,
Yeah.
this shit is wild.
Yeah.
Your
What's you gonna
boy,
say though?
your boy Shady. I want to talk about Shady talking about speaking about Washington real quick. Now I see a lot of Eagles fans pissed off at what Shady had to say.
Yeah,
And I'll
he's a
get my
clown.
thoughts on old McCoy in a second, but he called Debo the best weapon in the NFC or the league. I forgot what he said.
Right.
But had Eagles fans pissed. What's your thoughts on what your boy Shady had to say about Debo to Washington?
Because certain times with Shady, man, and I put Shady as a clown on, and I think I think he liked it. I ain't really checked to see it said Shady. Maybe it was him. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I ain't really click on his profile, whatever. But sometimes he comes off as a hater. And I like that show. I watch that show a lot. He comes off as like a Jalen Hurts Eagles hater, more so of a Jalen Hurts hater. Sometimes watching him, like he started criticizing Jalen a lot last year and whatnot. After you already saw this man ball out, you start criticizing him and shit. I think he might be a little bit bitter because of the Chip Kelly thing. Because who knows what would have happened? But you're talking about a guy you can't take nothing away from him. But when he won the Super Bowls, he won on the back of other players. He wasn't the same Shady when he won the Super Bowls.
Hell no.
So that's I'm just saying that's what Eagles players are coming from. They feel like who the fuck are you to be saying anything? You ain't really it ain't your fault you got traded. But what did you do when you was for Philly? You
Mm-hmm.
was a great running back,
Mm-hmm.
but that's where it stops. So as far as what he said, I mean, it's Debo. I think he makes y'all going to be good, But to me, it's two things with Debo. It's how you use them and what Debo you get. Simple as that. How you use them and what Debo that you get. Are we scared of him? Not at all. Hell no, we ain't scared of no Debo. We wasn't scared of him with San Francisco. I
Right.
seen the guy put an Eagle killer. When he's been an Eagle killer, that one game
Who
when it
put that?
mattered, we beat they fucking ass.
Who put that? Like
Somebody
a
put it
fan?
in their title. I think your boy Louis put it
Okay,
in his
okay.
title, like Washington Sounds Eagle Killer. When he been
Gotcha.
an Eagle Killer,
Right.
one game and the game that didn't really matter. I mean, come on, man.
Shady. My only beef with Eagles fans when it comes to Shady is y'all should have knew he was a clown from the fucking jump. I've been saying, I've been telling you this in particular
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
long time. And
yeah.
anybody can go ahead and vouch for me. Go back to '05 to 2009, Monday Night Murmur days in Brigada. I know what I'm talking about. Shady's always been a clown. Always. Now he was incredible at Pittsburgh, at Pitt, excuse me, in college. He was incredible with Philly. He did his thing in KC, did his thing with Buffalo, but his career was in Philly. But outside
Right.
of that uniform, he was a clown. And he always has said shit like this. And when he started getting on the airways, I was like, watch, people gonna really know him for the clown he really is. And he plays defense a lot. Dog, listen, just because you're on TV doesn't mean you can't give your honest, objective opinion. And it's looking like that whole show just fucking throw shit out there for clicks, throw shit out there for bait.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just say the most outlandish. How in your right mind? And Debo's on my team now. I'm excited
Right.
for Debo. But let's keep it real for 1 second. How can you say from last year that he is the most explosive weapon in the NFC? I think he
Right.
may have fell into the perfect place with us based off of what we have and the system that we have. And hopefully he's ready to prove it. I think he's gotten to a good place, but we're not one Debo Samuel away from winning a Super Bowl. And that's all that fucking matters. So when you see some of these people going out running their mouth, it's like, yo, what are you fishing for clicks, dog? On top of the fact that, I mean, you look at the time of year it ain't much to talk about. And this is
Right.
like the one real trade that's going on so far in the NFL. So they blown it way out of proportion, man. So I'm
Right.
excited for Debo. I think he's going to bring a toughness and a nastiness to our team that we're trying to build with as well. But he's not the end all be all. He's not the end all be all when it comes to wide receivers for us.
Right. Right. And it's gonna be a good little because him and CJ Gardner got a little beef. It's gonna intensify the rivalry. But I mean, the best think about it. What offense could be better than the Shanahan offense as far as a play caller? Like Shanahan is the best, probably one of the best play callers. So you've seen the pinnacle. Not to say that he can't play good with y'all,
Yeah.
but I mean, Shanahan would use him, and what happened last year? I didn't really watch. I keep hearing a lot of bad things. I didn't really watch San Fran like that. I don't think I seen one game of him, but you ain't really hear about him last year. But it don't mean that he can't have a good year. I'm not gonna be a hater about that. He could come there and have a fucking Pro Bowl year with y'all.
Where
You
would
know who knows?
when was Debo at his best? Debo was at his best when Ayuk was performing, when Christian McCaffrey was clicking, when he had
Yep.
other people around him and they could give it to him underneath and he could do what Debo does best. Last year, with all them hurt and Debo being the focal point on top of already being frustrated, it clearly showed you where he stands in the pantheon of NFL top elite wide receivers. He's
Right.
not top 10, he's not top 12, but in his spot where he can do best, he's probably one of the dangerous with the ball in his hand in space. But
Yeah. Yeah.
he can't be number one doing that. You got to put people around him and shit too. So I hope he comes in motivated. I hope he comes in hungry, ready. Obviously, from a fan's perspective, I'm excited about the rivalry. It just builds to a rivalry that's already starting to bud. So I'm excited, man. But I'm also excited about free agency, which is coming up. Tampering period starts Saturday. What is your thoughts on what
Oh,
some
really?
of
Okay.
yeah, tampering period starts Saturday. Official, I guess it officially starts on Monday, but you know how tampering period. Once tampering period goes, it's we gone. We off and running. So
Right.
what's your thoughts, man? What do you think? You think the Eagles are gonna make any big splashes? I know we talked about re-signs and things. I know who you want back, but what do you overall see kind of the
Yeah.
first couple of days of free agency for Philly?
I don't really. It's not that I know Asante Samuel Jr. is out there, but I'm asking myself like, why the hell is he available if he was so good?
Yeah.
It's like he was just drafted not too long ago. What 3 4 years ago maybe? Like
He's
what?
he
What?
just got done. He hasn't re-signed for it. I don't think he's played out his rookie deal. I think this is him playing out his rookie deal. So he hasn't been signed to another team now
Yeah.
for the
So it's
second
like if you
contract, I
work
should
or
say.
something, you getting that they signing your ass. They already know the second third year that you're gonna be re-signed. Not to say that he can't again rejuvenate his career, but it's like
Right.
I'm not really looking for us to make a big splash like that, honestly. We might sign a couple, role players here or there, but it's not gonna be like last year for us when we get Saquon Barkley or Hassan Reddick or one of those type of years. I'm not really excited for it, honestly. Now I'll be happy if we get somebody good, but it's no name that I can say right now that okay, yeah, I want to resign, except for the players that we got and having another a good draft. That's it, really.
Glad you
You
brought up
know.
Hassan Reddick. As I'm driving home last night, I'm listening to sports stuff, and I realized that he's a free agent. And I'm like, damn. I mean, I wouldn't mind kicking the tires on a Hassan Reddick to throw him a couple dollars for a year to see what he has. What's your thoughts on? Because you've seen him.
Mhm.
How much do you think Hassan Reddick has in the tank?
He got stuff left in the tank. You know what I mean? A lot of people criticize him, and I don't blame him for this. But you got to play was inside the scheme. They
Mm.
said that he was a sack chaser,
Oh boy.
and then they criticize him playing against the run, which I never thought he was horrible
Right.
against the run. You know what I mean? But and then I was hearing, I don't know, again, I don't know how true this is, that he was like some stuff was going on in the locker room with him and shit like that. You notice he been kind of quiet. You don't really hear too
Yeah,
much
very
from him.
quiet.
He cleaned out his whole Instagram of
Hmm.
anything. So I mean, he may be a better fit for y'all right now. I don't see the Eagles bringing him back.
Yeah,
Because we pretty much got Nolan Smith was our see we do a good job of setting up replacements
you do.
when people are
You do.
about to go. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So that is what it is. Now, if he came back, I wouldn't be mad either.
Right.
But I think and then maybe like y'all or maybe Arizona, maybe a good fit for him too. Going back
Yeah,
over there.
they got a young boy, a young DN out of Dallas. I forgot his name, but he had like 8 sacks last year. Young boy. He's played out his rookie deal, and they just signed their D tackle to a huge deal. So I don't know if they still got to sign fucking uh,
Parsons.
uh, uh, Parsons. So I don't know if they're gonna be able to sign that dude back. So I hope we get him. Or I know we need DN help bad, bad. You
Yeah.
look at what Saquon did to us last year. It was all off the edge. Like he was just nobody could set an edge. And as soon as he got outside of it, it was over. It was just over. So
Deron Payne hurt too. Him being out hurt. When I seen he was out, I was like, it's over.
definitely hurt with penetration. But Deron
Yeah.
pisses me off, man, because I love Deron. But he don't he that one year he played for the contract, he played out of his mind. So you know what he can do. But
Right.
it's like sometimes, dog, you get one-on-ones, man. You gotta make people pay if they got you one-on-one, dog. You gotta make people pay. And sometimes he was just getting fucking locked up one-on-one. That burned my soul, boy. That burned my soul. But
Yeah.
hopefully he comes back ready to prove it, because if he don't, because John Allen's gone this year. John Allen is no longer a Washington commander. I booked that. You can stamp that. And I
Yeah.
think that the same thing could happen to Duran if he don't produce next year, because then we won't owe him any more money either, and then he could be out the door. And that whole first round D line crew that we had all these years could be officially dismantled. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, we'll see.
Yeah, that's great. I remember that line, man. It had so much hype, but it
Hype is
never
right.
really lived up to it. It never
Keyword
really,
hype.
yeah. And you can't even say it was bad draft picks. You know what I mean? Because anybody would have picked those. Like those are the picks you pick.
Yep.
Like it just didn't work out for whatever reason. You know?
Because at the time that we had him, we didn't have anybody in here to develop. We didn't have anybody in here to coach. Ron Rivera
Okay.
is as good as Ron Rivera as a man that he was, and as good as a person as he was with the cap, because we wouldn't have our cap situation the way it is now if Ron didn't handle it the right way in his 4 years,
Mhm.
right? So the cap
Mhm.
has something to do with him. But he brought in terrible coaches, terrible
Okay.
developers, terrible
Okay.
people to develop and cultivate that talent. And that D line did not believe in a damn thing they were hearing from the original D-line coach, who was Sam Mills, who was probably one of the worst D-line coaches in the NFL at the time. And then we brought in
Wow.
some other people and it was just, I blame it on development. I really do, because prime example, I use Dallas. When y'all look at, you guys can develop mid-round defensive, offensive linemen where typically people go, who the fuck is that? And in 2 years,
Yeah.
they're all pro because they've been
Right.
developed the right way. Hopefully we
Yeah.
start putting that in place, because I think we did a disservice to them 4 D tackles, or them 2 D tackles and them 2 DNs. I really do. I do. I think that it partially was their fault, but a lot of that fell on us too.
Yeah. I mean, you figure like that should have been unstoppable because you
What?
can't double team all of them.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Nope.
So it's like, man, I mean, I wouldn't mind the Eagles take a chance on Chase Young. Chase Young for the right price. I think I don't know if he's a free agent. He might be. I
He
think he
is.
actually fit our system pretty decently for the right price.
What's the right price?
I mean, I don't know, 10, 11. I don't know what he's worth.
You talking about a one
Uh,
year then, pretty much. Yeah.
yeah, of course, at this point.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But
Yeah.
again, I don't know. I don't, who knows? You just never know until it happens, man.
Thing
You
with
know?
Chase now, man, and I would, it sucks because Chase is a hometown dude. I love
Yeah.
Chase when he came out. I wanted him to do so many good things, but now he got chronic neck issues that
Oh,
knee ain't
shit.
in place. His he's on the other side of his NFL career, and it's sad to say, because he's about done his rookie deal this year. He ain't even complete out his rookie deal, and it's done. And now
Yeah.
he may be 2, 3 more years, he may be out the door, bro, because his neck is fucked up and his knee is fucked up. So, but that
Yeah.
being said, 1 year, I would roll it. I wouldn't personally roll the dice from given our history, but if Philly did it, I'd be like shit, because y'all got the developers over there. So
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. Him as a pass rusher just ain't there no more, man. That threat of him as a pass, better a run stopper than a pass rusher, right? He
100%,
is dead as a pass rusher. Like, he don't scare nobody, man.
because he has no he has no bend. Dude can't bend a corner to save his life.
Hell no.
He'll sit straight up, try to juke your bull rush you, and they just throwing his ass all the way out the pocket. And he's somewhere 15 yards out the play, man. So
That shit's crazy
Man,
how athletic these linemen are, man. Like,
what?
god damn.
You take a bull rush? They can't wait for you to go bull rush. They're like, all right, go ahead and bull rush if you want. That's
Right, they working
all
all
Chase had.
off. They doing fucking push ups and all this shit for that squats all year long for that bullshit.
Waiting for that bullshit. They came in there, they
Yeah,
chased his ass up with that shit. But I wish him nothing but the best, man. I wish him luck. And yeah, we'll see what happens, bro.
yeah. Y'all might try to. I mean, if y'all was maybe y'all go after our guy Milton Williams. I don't know.
He's a
Over.
D tackle, right?
He's a free agent. I think he's like rated the tops, top free agent.
He a D tackle.
Big Milk.
Can you
You
hear me?
still there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
He's a D
Yeah, I can hear
tackle.
you. Shit. Yeah, Milton's D tackle.
Okay. How
Yep.
much he gonna want there? That motherfucker gonna want some money.
Probably 20 a year.
Right, that's cool. I'm cool on that.
Easily 20 a year.
Bro. Somebody
Yeah,
gonna give him that bag.
I don't
I
think
don't
he
want to give it
worked
to him.
right.
Nah, he ain't.
Yeah, because he's not. He's a role player. I mean, he's a role player. That's to keep it a buck. I don't think he's a starter. You know.
A lot of y'all, a lot
But
like Josh Sweat, Milton Williams, they about to get bags based off of the success of that defense last year, not basically the individuals. I mean, and I'm not taking anything away from either one of them, but they about to get overpaid because of that success of last year, man. And I don't want to overpay him.
yeah, and plus Josh Sweat is oh, Josh Sweat. He's dragging around the knee.
Ah,
Yeah, chronic knee issues. If you look at him run, he's always dragging that one knee.
ain't gonna ask for 30 a year. Fuck that.
I mean, he came into the league with back, but he's literally like watch him run. He's dragging the knee, like he's dragging that joint every time he's running. Still a good player, can't take nothing
Right,
away from him.
man.
But
But
yeah,
I'm not going. That's like buying a 2017 Lexus with 200,000 miles on it because it looked nice. No, bro, you don't overpay for this shit, dog. I'm not
yeah,
doing it.
yeah.
Not doing it, man.
Shoot, yeah,
But
yeah. I think that's it, right?
yeah, that's all I got over here on my side, brother.
All right, cool, man. Yeah, so another episode of the Black Ball Sports Podcast. We're getting a lot of positive feedback. I'm
Yeah,
starting to
man.
like it, in the
Yeah,
comments and the shorts and stuff like that. So keep on subscribing, get us to 50 subscribers, and then we can start doing some live streaming and getting interactive with the people.
yeah. Can't wait to do that. That's when it's gonna really start getting fun. We almost there. Keep sharing, keep liking it, and keep grinding, man. Till next time, another episode. Black Ball Sports Podcast in the books. Peace out, brother. Holla at you next
Peace.
time.
All right.